Putting is quite possibly the most tantrum-inducing part of golf. We've all been there where everything's going great, then you 5-putt a par 5. Today, Mackenzie Wilson gets tips on how to putt perfectly.
I am on week 12 of my 13 weeks of lessons with Pro Golf with Ben, and today I'm going to be taking a little bit of a light touch, right? Putting?
The light touch, yes.
It's going to be hard for me, so we'll have to really work on it.
Okay, again, putting is probably the most important part of the game. A lot of people can hit the ball, you get it, pretty much down the fairway, roll it up there, but then they get on the green and 3-putt, 4-putt, and that's what drives people crazy. So yeah. We'll work on making it consistent and how to make it, a little bit more relaxed, and you'll succeed here a little bit. This will be good. Yeah.
What's the number one thing you see people do, and you're like, oh, if they just stop doing that, they would have such a better chance?
Well, a lot of people, again, putting is the shortest stroke in the game. Mm-hmm. It's the one that you want to have the least amount of power sources involved, and so the grip is different than the full swing grip. So when we put our hands on the club, we want it more in the palms of our hands, not in the fingers necessarily. So it's more in the palms, and so the wrists are more firm. Because in the putting stroke, again, it's the shoulders, all it is shoulders rocking the arms back and through. We don't want to get legs involved. We want to keep our lower body real still. We don't want to be looking at it and our upper body moving. It's just a back and through motion. Again, it's really short distances, and we're trying to keep that putter just on a straight line, just a little bit back and a little bit through. So the least amount of power sources, you don't want to pop it with your hands. Okay. That adds too much.
So everything I've learned about following through and doing things, don't even touch it with putting.
This is just all about rocking the shoulders and the putter going back a little ways and through a little ways, a consistent motion.
Okay.
So we'll get you set up here. So we're going to go through the same routine that we did with the full swing, the grip, aim, stance.
Okay.
So put that grip on there that we were talking about, more in the palms, less in the fingers. Yep. And then we're going to start out with the putter at the ball, down the target line. The reason I have that stick there is to give you a good parallel line reference. Okay. And now you're set up. Now you're set up, ready to go right at that hole. And now it's just a matter of rocking the shoulders a little ways back, a little ways through. Good. And almost. Close. Very good. See, and so, on a 15, 20-foot putt, if you get it that close, it's an easy 2-putt. A lot of people will 3-putt from here. So good distance control. And that's what number one, there's two, is direction and distance. You got set up really well for direction. Your distance control was really good there.
Okay.
So just go through that again.
The palm thing is really interesting. I've never heard that before, and it seems to be making a big difference with how stiff my arms are.
Yeah, and that keeps the wrists firm. Okay.
And it's in. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was good.
I'm getting there.
You are. I mean, everything you're doing is you're applying it the same way every time. That routine creates a great rhythm, and that's what you practice. Good practice can be boring because you're doing it over and over again the same way, but boy, is it fun when you go out on the golf course and you see the results.
My question is, are you getting a little nervous that I'm going to challenge you?
You're getting a little cocky, so this is good. I like this. We're creating a little bit of a monster here, but I love it.
Just a little bit. I have to be excited. I've never been able to, I mean, if you had seen my putts before this, you would understand why, Andy.
You're doing great.
Okay, so next week we're going to take from the very beginning of our lessons all the way through, put it all together, make me on the LPGA soon.
Any questions that you have, you bring them.
Okay, thank you so much, Andy.
Yeah, bye.
Well, from the golf range to the open range, every couple of months, 68-year-old Ed Zevely rides into the Colorado high country to camp for weeks at a time. And he does it completely alone. Far from the modern world, it's a place where the only goal is to embrace and take in the vast open space. One of my Windows Vimeo picks of the week, let's take a look at Open Door to Solitude.